Hi everyone, it is November 12th, 2017, and the stories are becoming so outrageous and unbelievable. Do you really want to believe them? Do you want to believe that the news is just news and it's not shaping society, engineering, moral, attitudes, etc., etc.? It's just not true. These stories are unfreaking believable. So remember those stories a while ago where the guy shot himself to death in the garage with a nail gun, where people are shooting themselves in the back of the head, and it's unbelievable. Anyway, Heavy.com, they have really grown in the past few years, and Heavy.com is actually a news organization where they hire writers like this guy, and interestingly enough, on their About Heavy.com page, they worked for IBM in 1997. I don't really trust anybody who's connected to IBM. So how do we know that any of this is real, and that maybe he gives a story and then they feed it into IBM and they have a way to create something that shocks people because they want to desensitize people from all of this horrible immorality. Desensitize people. So anyway, if you go on the, see right here I have About Heavy.com. So there's a guy, Aaron Noble, David Carson, Simon Assad, from 1997, working with IBM. They also worked for Ogilvy Mather, advertising company. So we don't know what they're doing, but I'm telling you that things on screens and these stories are somehow hyped. You can't even check them. So Marisa Wallen, one thing that tipped me off about this is this sentence down here. Let me show you. Here's the whole story about her, and maybe you haven't heard it all, it's pretty disgusting, but down here it says the Everett Herald reports that Skagit County, Washington, for her entire life. The sentence doesn't make sense. We can guess if we fill it in, like she lived in Skagit County, Washington for her entire life. But some words are missing. Why? Because it wasn't written by a human completely. It was adapted or whatever. So she, Marisa Wallen, 21 years old, a mother, she is a prostitute, supposedly hired by a guy. She goes to his house. She doesn't like the sex that he's giving her, but shouldn't she be, she's the prostitute, right? He's paying her, yet she shoots him in the head twice because she doesn't like what he's doing, and he doesn't even die. She shoots him in the head, and he doesn't even die. And guess what? They keep calling him the John. You cannot find his name anywhere. I've looked. Maybe someone can find it now, but I've looked. You cannot find his name at all. And he lived. So they take him to somebody, they discover him, and they take him to the hospital. They do a CAT scan because he's still alive but unresponsive. And they find 2 bullets lodged in the brain. So do you think somebody could live for 3 days laying on the floor with 2 bullets lodged in the brain, bleeding? Is this even possible? I don't know. Maybe. But, and then her court appearance is via video. She doesn't even come to the courtroom for real. This is cinematic productions for the entire world, like it's supposed to be real or true. And what do you think? I mean, do you really think that somebody, okay, accused of shooting a gun in the back of the head, and then they say he was shot in the side of the face, so there's all these different stories. And then she took his wallet, she ran off, and she went on a $12,000 spending spree. Do people just read this and go, oh my gosh, this is so shocking. How could this young woman do this, only 21 years old, and then there's nothing else about it? The guy isn't there. Her parents don't comment. It's just this, like, bombards your brain and your moral core to desensitize you, you know? Can you, I mean, I don't know. I'm not buying it. Something is off. Something is really off. And then another man has been arrested in relation to the case, and that man's name has changed. So Jenner Washington. Jenner, I think Matthews is the other name that I've seen. And then they use Jenner, right? It's almost like a computer would pick out popular names, you know? Like all these names kind of overlap. Even Wallen. Her name is Marissa Wallen. And De Wallen is a prostitution area of prostitution in Amsterdam. So, you know, some funny things kind of overlap. You know, it's almost like, I can't explain it. It's almost like, you know, aggregated data that a computer would sort of pick out, making these relationships like prostitution, De Wallen, and then her name is Marissa Wallen, and, you know, and then Jenner Washington, and she lives in Washington, and Jenner, you know, is a popular name floating around right now. I don't know, something is off. So this is, as I said, I think I said, this is the era of post-truth deception, ultimate deception that we were warned about in the Holy Bible. I know people knock the Bible and everything, but, you know, I can't find anything else that is laying out the timeline and what's supposed to happen in the world. And it's really disgusting. I don't know. Something is missing. So they have 5 fast facts you need to know, but what about the details? So also I want to tell you about this is I read yesterday a lot of comments, many comments. I just typed in this story in my search engine and clicked on a few stories about it and read the comments, and to know that so many people, commenters, are blaming the guy, saying what a dope he is, you know, what a jerk for doing those kinds of sex acts with her, like how, you know, just really putting him down. And then also her comments really poison the waters about men and inadequacy. You know, these words are really powerful when they just go out into the world like this. So, blaming the man all the way here, not even her. So, she's angry, she shoots him in the head 2 times. He lived for 3 days with 2 bullets in his head. People on comments blame him, not her. Don't you find this strange? Okay, well, I guess I've said enough about it, but you can check it out for yourself, okay? Good. And then here is the heavy.com about heavy, and down here is where they talk about in 1997, the duo worked together on the team that produced the IBM e-business campaign. So they're definitely connected. 1997, 2017, that's 20 years. Do you think they not know what they're doing about capturing the audience? And they do talk about, okay, they talk about, the word they use is something like audience development. Okay, and sensationalism definitely develops the audience because everybody's like, what? And they're grabbed by these horrific stories, which aren't even, they're probably amended and sensationalized and everything. So I did look up some of their who they are and stuff, and I always liked Heavy.com, but now I don't know if I trust them. And then something else that I watched was, okay, maybe it's here. Oh yeah. So this woman right here, she put the video on her channel, and I watched that, and then she started to say, do you believe how stupid these Caucasoids are? And it was the first time I heard that term, Caucasoids. So I looked up Caucasoids, and that is here. Okay. I looked up Caucasoids, and Caucasoids, it's a derogatory term towards white people. So there's also that, you know, just, I don't know, very bizarre. I gotta say, keep your eyes peeled because this stuff is not real. It's totally embellished, if you ask me. And they know what they're doing, okay? So, who are you going to trust? Okay, call on Jesus, because prayer and Jesus and the Spirit. You know, you want to say God all the time, but God is a Spirit, and the Spirit's ways are not our ways. We're in the prison of unknowing. We're in the prison of unknowing. And somebody said that, someone like Aristotle or Plato. And it is kind of a prison because humanity, human beings, researchers, all of us are continually seeking for clues to our past. Why is that? Clues to our past. You know? So, I would say turn to the Spirit, and the Spirit is closer than your breath, nearer than your hands and feet. So, intertwined with your being, and if you turn to that Spirit, the Ancient of Days, the Rock of Ages, then you'll be totally fulfilled. You don't need anything, you know. And hopefully the Spirit puts within you the desire to seek His face. I use His because that's how we talk in this language, okay? Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Love all. Trust you. Don't trust anybody, you know? Anyway. Catch you later, everyone. Bye for now.